Hello everyone and welcome to a video I've been planning for a while. That's a complete lie. Basically what happened was I replaced my old machine with a brand new one, GTX 780 Ti, 32 gig of RAM, the lot. It's a beautiful machine and it's enabled me to free up the amount of videos I've been able to do. I've noticed that my old machine was starting to lose frames on stupid little games that shouldn't have been frame issue games at all, but anyway, we've solved that issue now, and today we're going to be looking at a game called Chaos Domain. A bit of a strange one. Apparently it was an iOS game that got ported to PC. Being sold on the Steam at the moment. Haven't heard great things about it, I'm going to be honest with you, but why not give it a try? Let's have a look at the settings first. Not much on the graphics front. Basically you can just change the resolution of your screen, or to have it windowed. Nothing about graphics quality at all, which is a bit of a disappointment considering I've just bought a machine that can handle the better games. I hope you enjoyed the new intro screen, by the way. Decided that with the new machine I'm going to sort of update a lot of things, the intro screen being one of them and the title card being another. But anyway, enough about the videos, enough about the videos I haven't been doing. Let's get down to business. Right, let's escape out of that and give it a new game. Now this game is, what we've been told by the developer, is something that is based around the idea of Contra. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah, Contra. It's a good game, Contra was. I like a bit of running and gunning. It's lots of fun. Metal Slug, always good fun. Things like that. It seems a little bit irrelevant in today's day and age. I mean, I like going back and playing Contra. I've got a lot of classic consoles in my room, and it's always good to go back to these games. But does this have anything to offer? We shall see. Now, I've already played through a little bit on this. Haven't cleared Area 1 as of yet, but it's just to give me a bit of an idea of the control scheme. Word on the control scheme, actually, it's keyboard controlled only. You can't have a control pad. Shame that. It would be something that would help it along a lot. We'll see what this has got to offer. I've got the sneaking suspicion from the small amount that I've played that this is simply, let's see how many people we can get to buy it. We've already had a run on iOS, let's see how many people we can get to buy it on Steam, because I will let you judge. I'm not going to tell you now, I'll let you judge. I will let you judge. Let's get straight into it then. Here we go. As you can see, this is my character here. For some reason I'm outfitted, and I still, to this moment, don't know why I'm outfitted like. Is it Anubis? I think it's Anubis, or... yeah. Anyway, I've been given some sort of power armour, and I'm Anubis. There's no story behind that. Not sure what the idea... ah. And as soon as you start recording, you turn into a gibbering fool when it comes to this game. The difficulty level on this particular game is quite high. But the thing is, people who like games like Contra tend to like the more difficult games. They like the difficulty level of a Contra. But something about this just, it doesn't have the charm of a Contra. Or a Metal Slug, or anything along those classic... oh, for God's sake. Right, now this gun, the multi-gun. Now watch, I think I'm going to try and show you what one of the major issues is with this game. This gun is the only gun worth having in the entire game. Watch this. It's a difficult game until you get this gun. Ah, see, and there's the problem. I've managed to get a much... you can hold it down for rapid fire, but it's a much inferior gun to the other one. One of the major problems I have with this game is that I didn't see that bullet, and That's not one of the major issues, actually. It's just that I'm rubbish at this game. I've always been rubbish at games such as this. We've got games like I say, like Contra. Sorry for banging on about that game, but the developers certainly did, so... I didn't see that either. Okay, not many lives left now. Let's try and get that now. Let's get an extra life. Yes, where was I? The game itself, the weapons tend to be one useful, all the rest of them rubbish. Basically, I mean, look at this. I mean, compared to the multi-gun, I mean, what is the point of having this gun? Another extra life here. It just, I think one of the major issues I've got with it is that it's just a little bit dull. It's a little bit vanilla. And it's almost an insult to the flavour vanilla, if I'm completely and utterly honest with you, because there's not an awful lot that it offers that makes me think, well, was this even worth getting? I don't get what relevancy it has in today's day and age, and there we go. That was just me being shit. The one of the saving graces of this particular game is the wonderful soundtrack. That's one thing they definitely did get right, and I'll let you listen to it right now. But yeah, as you can see, I mean that's a nice part of it. It's particularly for you know, an indie dev like this to have such a great soundtrack is always a plus. Oh, there we go. Another extra life. Jesus Christ. Yeah, the oh god. How do I get around this? There we go. Missed out on both the extra lives though, because we can't scroll back. This is, you go forward and that's the end of it. I think the generic setting and the lack of explanation as to why I'm an Egyptian god in power armor just leaves me confused more than anything. That was just shit by me. Leaves me more confused than anything. It's... oh god, I'm terrible at this game. As you can see, this is you get scores at the end of each level, and I think it's obviously based on people speedrunning it and getting the best scores that they can. It's just so generic. I mean, that's this here is sort of like a hazard that you have to avoid. I mean, my god, what is this, a Mega Drive game? I mean, I haven't seen things coming down like that to compress you for a very long time. It's not something that you'd consider to be a hazard in today's gaming world. I think that's one of the major issues. Is it just lacks any sort of invention, innovation, nothing. It's just, it's very nothingy. It's hard to sort of comment any more than that, to be honest with you. I mean, Chaos Domain itself, if they had a story behind the fact that I'm some sort of Egyptian god, if they like interpreted it as Egyptian lore in a sort of futuristic setting, there we go. In a futuristic setting, there could be potential there for a great deal of improvement on a non-existent story. The enemies are the same over and over and over again. Look, I mean, they're the same. I mean, I'm not saying that that's what this would make the game any better. I mean, it's lacking in a lot of other areas that basically makes it a bit of a miss. But it's, oh jeez, but it's very difficult as well and frustrating at the same time. Oh, come on, get your head in the game. I think that's one of the problems, is the generic bad guys. I think one of the major issues is as well, and you'll see it in a moment when I try and get to the end boss of the level, is that you're working towards the level, the end of the level to get to the boss, and they're as generic as anything. They're even more so than the standard enemies that you fight. which is remarkably disappointing. Like I said, I'm not dead against the setting. Oh, fuck, I'm terrible at this game. You're right, I've got one continue left, so let's try and make the most of it. Oh, it's the rapid fire gun. Let's try and make the most of it. See if I can get to the end boss. I think that one of the worst parts about one of the worst things any game can do is make you not care about what's going on. And really, I'm saying I'd like to get to the end boss, but there we go. This is the end boss. It's generic loader number 3, and the hit detection on it. Look, most of the shots that I'm shooting here just go through him. I don't. And how did that happen? That's another thing. Right, watch this. How on earth can that hit me from underneath? It's again, it's incredibly frustrating. Oh, forget it. Yeah, so I've got one continue, I think. No continues left. And I have to start from the very beginning. So the question I have to ask myself now is, do I want to continue this game? To be honest with you, I'm out of things to say. I'm out of things to say about this generic... Oh, I mean, I didn't even see that. I mean, that's just faith jumping. That's fucking ridiculous. Oh, get out of town. Yeah, I think that'll do it for me. If anyone wants a recommendation for this game, they're not going to get it from me. Seems like a bit of a cash grab. Little effort, no innovation. Generic enemies. Annoying difficulty level. Made even harder with the control of the keyboard. Some people are good with it, I'm not. I haven't used a keyboard control since, God, back when I had my Spectrum. Games now, they're all mouse controlled. They're all controller controlled to not use controller twice. But this is just dull, dull, dull. Great soundtrack though. Normally on the first and last impressions, this would be the portion in the video where I would continue with the game and give you my final verdict. To be honest with you, I don't think I need to do that. Final verdict is... Guys, you could have even put some different kind of enemies in there. Please, do anything. Do anything inventive with the combat. Put controller support in there. Do something to make me want to continue this game. The screen says game over, and as far as I'm concerned, for me, it's game over permanently. I would stay away from this one. It's generic bullcrap. It really is. If it hadn't been the saving grace of the soundtrack, it wouldn't have been getting my final score of 2. A 2 out of 10. What else can I say? It's a 2 out of 10, probably because I'm enjoying the soundtrack. And what should be a bit of an indicator is the fact that they decided to sell that separately. So as soon as people read the game reviews, one from me, others more famous than me, people like Total Biscuit have covered this game. He didn't see it very favourably either, and I don't blame him, to be honest with you. Yeah, the fact that they're selling that separately should have been a warning to anyone. So once people read these reviews or see these reviews on YouTube, they'll go out and think, well, maybe the soundtrack will be worth a go. I'm going to be honest with you, I like it a lot. I'll leave you with a little bit more of the soundtrack. Stay away from this one, guys. I'll see you on the next video, where I'm going to be covering a greenlit game called Stasis. It's a demo version of that I'll be playing. And I'll see you in the next video. Please like and subscribe if you liked what you've seen here today. See you guys. Great fucking soundtrack.